Hey folks, thanks for joining us. Cool. So yeah, ImageMagick. Let's dive right in. But first, if you want, I was just going to basically give a very quick wee refresher on command line a bit, just so we know what's up, because ImageMagick obviously is a command line application, which uses a bit of syntax with that. So, when we last were getting on with things where we're showing the anatomy of a command, has to start with a command, has to have the window focused, needs to start with a command, needs to have some options, has a space for a delimiter, and also has to usually get prepared, and then you can drag in stuff like this. And as the third part of a command, we've got command options and the arguments or input, which is fine. And if you probably notice, we've got a delimiter of a space, which is reserved by the shell syntax. But if you want to literally say a space, like in the file name, you backslash escape it. You can also do that with tabs and new lines.
You have to go over that line that you did last week, because Alistair missed it.
What, the one where I delete my root directory? No. That one?
Well, that one as well.
Because I'm not doing that again. Well, when
You did do that accidentally.
No. I was egged on to do it, but I didn't give in to the mob mentality.
The one where you got it to talk.
Oh yeah,
I'll
like this.
speak. I'll save for that.
And GLaDOS.
Damn it.
Oh, you had it saying you as a...
I have your files.
Good. Oh, we didn't realise that there was the other...
Edward is amazing.
God, how did you say his name now?
Shut up, Ed.
Alright, fine then. God. Fine, I will. Started to voice off. Anyway, so just a quick. You probably know this anyway. I mean, you helped me proofread some of the first time I did it, but basically, yeah. So there's backslash escape stuff. Here's all the list, shows all the files in there. Some are hidden because they start with a dot. Well, cool. And you can say things and they're funny, which is always a plus. As well as
It's supposed
that,
to be of learning.
yeah.
Also, you need to demonstrate every single thing you can say, because I think once
Yeah.
you've got the general concept.
And all the rude words, otherwise it won't be fun. But the point I was getting to eventually was it's going to be used in ImageMagick to glob things together, to grab a bunch of files. You can use the asterisk, for example. The asterisk will show you all the files, but if you asterisk.txt, it will only show the text files, or if you only want the ones beginning with R, then you can get the R files. Happy days, sorted, and that's what globbing. A couple of other cool things is redirecting, which I don't quite think it works in the old with ImageMagick, but it does work with text files and things like that. Images, oh yeah, and you can tab complete stuff to find something. If you redirect text into a file, that's fine. If it doesn't already exist, it creates the file. If the file already exists, it wipes the file. If you do a colon, no giggling, if you do a colon, then that's the null character because it's reserved by the shell script. Now, let's leave the realm of the shell and go into stuff. Oh, you can also, I don't know if I showed you this last time, you can actually open files using the default app that's built into your computer through the terminal. If you open a text file, it opens it in TextEdit. Magical. And useless, because you can just find the program. Anyway, ImageMagick. ImageMagick looks like this. There's a couple of different ways of invoking the syntax, but what you can do is do ImageMagick and probably version. ImageMagick command not found. Isn't that brilliant?
It does help if you install it first.
Well, I did install it.
Spelled
It's just not playing
with
well.
a G, not a G.
Is it?
No, it's with a G. It's with a G. Pretty positive. It's
I'm sure somebody told me it was G.
well, not. It's got a K in Magic, which is unexpected, but it does actually. There's a command not found. Can it man page it? Surely it can man page the thing. No manual entry.
With the G.
I probably should have learned this program before I gave a talk on it. You can do ImageMagick with a J.
Go to ImageMagick.org.
The command is magic,
/download.php.
not ImageMagick.
You probably should instead of written it. But thanks, audience, for solving that for me. That's actually the better help. There's worse help further deeper into the website, which is formatted badly, spelled badly, and I think is now obsolete. Anyway, I sifted through it so you don't have to. And
But I didn't catch the name,
the what?
Yeah, that's it.
the spelling.
Yeah, exactly. To get the spelling of the name properly. It's probably why, because I read the old docs. It is, yeah, it's because you can do convert, whatever. What you can do as a starter project is to generate a picture, because there are some built in. Let's see if you do Magic. And okay, let's find the thing first. Keep an eye on the folder here. If you do Magic and rows, and this invokes the type of image it is, and then name it. Let's find out. Yes, thank Christ. I told you it was installed.
What does that do?
What this did was it generated a built-in picture that it has built into the command, so you can just generate a test picture to start on. It's got a couple of them, including the cute little logo. Wait a minute. Was the ImageMagick logo is a wizard. And here he is, painting the Mona Lisa. Magic. Anyway. And they're gone.
I can see why you do comedy. You don't actually do comedy. You just
No.
get up and try and talk for an hour.
Yeah.
It just happens naturally.
Bloody hell. That's never happened before. Just as rehearsed. And there's other... Can't top that. It's downhill from here. And there's other things you can do as well.
Is it bad we're currently laughing more than we do when we turn up at an optic end?
Yeah. Yeah, it is, considering I've got a gig tomorrow, so
Just do a talk.
used to a talk tomorrow instead of fucking hosting.
I think the equivalent of this at the Panopticon is everyone just sitting there in complete silence.
Yeah. Probably learning more about the program there as well. God almighty. Let's carry on. So, if you want to... We've generated a picture. If you want to convert a picture, use the command convert to convert. Let's try it. And I hope it'll work. Tab complete. And let's try making it a GIF instead of a PNG for a bing. Yes, and now we've got a GIF. Obviously you can't quite see the difference as it is because it's the same picture but a different file format. That's how you convert things. The trick here is actually magic and convert, pretty much the same command, but it's by default behavior it converts stuff or does things like cropping. But
How many file formats can you convert it to.
quite a lot. You can see them in the documentation, but it can be TIFF, PNG, GIF, JPEG, or the different versions of JPEG, like the one that says JPEG or JPG. I'm not fully sure that I'm not into my
SVG?
formats. Yeah, definitely. No, SVG is kind of more like vector, so I think that actually doesn't work. Do you want to try? Shall we see if it works? Screw it.
Maybe it would take it in, and I can't imagine how it would give it out though.
Interesting point. I mean, I'd like to say it's worth experimenting in a live demo, live on stage. I mean, can't get any worse.
Your root folder,
What? Anyway,
that could have gone badly wrong if you don't knock your laptop flying.
yeah, I already did that in the rehearsal. Well, it looks like we have a file that is an SVG, but it's not displaying anything. Probably because Quick Look doesn't work. I'll probably need to open it in a browser or something like that. But that's what I need to do. Oh.
Is it normally open
Yep.
SVGs, I take it?
Usually it takes ages, but I'm so impatient I've never stopped it to spin. Did it? So yeah.
You've got one of the Inkscape, that's on your screen bar. If none is available, ImageMagick will revert to its internal SVG render.
There you go, Trace. To answer your question,
Cool.
by Craig, yes. There's a short term. Now, let's get into the fancy stuff. You can also crop, and the point of cropping, what I mainly use it with ImageMagick for, is instead of in like Microsoft Paint getting a lasso, finding the bit to crop and doing it, and not even, I haven't even found many many features in full-blown image editors or suites like Photoshop or GIMP or anything. I haven't really found a way to generate the same dimensions of pictures in an entire sprite sheet, because I got into games this way to try and get a sprite sheet, chop it up into regular 16 by 16 sprites, and then get them all in one, or preferably named in sequential order. You can do it in ImageMagick if you bear with me with the time as I type in the entire image. I'll just get it here. Oh, will it work with a PNG? Yeah, hopefully. It's 32 by 32. I'll go through the command once I get it and be able to do it this way. Here we go. Let's go through the command. Actually, let's see if it works first, shall we? Yes, it worked. What this is, and just to show you where we've gone, this was the original, and these are all the tiny wee sprites that, as you can see, they're animated, and I can sort of do it in a quick way in Quick Look, but here we go. Here's a mug of beer that does like that, and they're all individual sprites, 32 by 32. What happened? I did convert to invoke the command, because commands need to start with a command. There's the input, or one of the arguments. Now, there's a crop option. Options are a bit weird in ImageMagick. It looks like you just do a dash, but see, as you'll learn later, crops can have a plus. The options can start with a plus to sort of go one way or the other way. For example, joining images together, you can join them in a row if it's append with a dash, or stack them together with a plus append, which is a weird way of doing it, but that's the way their syntax is. You state the dimensions, straightforward. You then do an extra option which does have a plus called repage, which I'll explain in a second. They all start with a D, and then this is, I think, syntax unique to ImageMagick. It has a percentage and then a 0, 3 and a D. What this does is makes a 3-digit long number, 3-digit long, starting with zeros. The percentage and D means, with a 3, means it goes up in sequential order, and they're named automatically. 1 to 999. If I only had like under 100 images, I could do percentage 0 to D, and it would go 0, 1, 0, 2, all the way up to 99. Happy days. Unless I'm just ignorant, I haven't actually found a way to get this exact same behavior with shell scripts. I showed you last time I could do bracket expansion if I wanted 10 files to do curly 1.9 and curly to get 10 files, but that doesn't start them with a 0 if I wanted 100 files, or 1,000. I can't do 001, 002 in the same way with 1.9. But I can with ImageMagick. I don't know why. I should look into it more. I should probably learn how to use my computer.
That thing you were saying, unique to ImageMagick, I think that's actually a sprintf from C or whatever, or C++.
Is it? Is it borrowed over from?
Well, I presume it's just kind of like passed straight through.
Do you
to
know?
be honest, it'll probably be written in C.
Do you know it probably is written in C? In fact, I think it sort of said that in the document. Awesome. I paid not a blind bit of attention of what was written in it. Just wanted to work. So right. So that syntax comes from C language. Awesome.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if maybe there is an equivalent in shell syntax. So that would make me naming my text files a lot easier. But that's good to know. Or I should learn C as well, just for one feature in it.
You could just use Node.js to life pad things.
Oh, great. Should learn how to use that as well. Just going back to do you know what's great? I'll move on to the next thing. So we've got a load of lovely sprites that can do whatever we want. This thing makes GIFs as well, animated GIFs. I'll show you in a second, but I haven't quite found them to work as expected, but I'll explain in a second. If you already know that a sprite sheet you have is only one line long, and you don't need to crop it in 2D, you'll need to crop it in 1D, one-dimensional, you can fiddle with the dimensions. What you do is you change the Y dimension to a 0, because we don't need to crop down, we only need to crop along. If we change it to 0, it won't crop in the Y axis. I'll show you in a second. When I say axis, I'll explain it in a second. I'll do this one time. So we do convert. We have the dude. Yes. We want to crop again. I should have just pressed the up arrow. Never mind. We know this is also 32 dimensions, and there's a 0. You also want the repage, which I will explain in a minute. And let's do the same kind of thing. And percentage. Screw it, we'll do 3 as well. It's less than 100, but never mind. Let's see if we can get all of these. Go back in, and here's our guys. We've got them cropped in order, and they actually didn't crop it in the y-axis going down. As you'll probably know, the origin of the ImageMagick takes of the start of the picture 00 is in the top left hand corner, like a lot of proper graphical image suites. But I might as well mention the canvas at this stage. Do you know what? Sorry. No, I think I'll leave that. I think I'll leave the canvas for a wee second later. Let me show you append and what I was meaning by the plus symbol as well. I've got these wee guys that are facing different directions. Let's see if we can stack those together. We've split them apart. Let's see if we can glue them together. It's important for games and sprite sheets and stuff like that. And D, no, he's now called A. Yep. 001, and I can tab complete. And let's just add few more guys as well. Tab complete and A003. As you can see, I'm just putting a space and chaining them together. We can then do append and see what happens when these three guys get together. Happy days, have actually worked, and because you can name the file, that means that you can generate a spacer to space them together. If you don't want them jammed together, you can put a divider in between. But that was pretty laborious if you've got, 10 files you want to put together. There's a way that Shell can't do, where you can grab a range of files together, specifically numbered. Let me just go back into the shell, and we'll be able to try this. We've got convert, we've got these guys, and we'll just go back. Wait, let me see if I can just delete this actually. And the rest of that, we've got A, then we've got the percentage 03 D and the PNG, and this time I'm going to add on something at the end of the file name. It's going to be a range 1 to 7, and if I'm not mistaken, this is actually regular expressions because it's in square brackets, and append, and as you can see, I've got a bunch of them there. And with the ImageMagick syntax, you don't need to put the numbers in the file name. You can stick it on the end of the file format, and away we go. Regular expressions. We've got a range between 1 and 7 within square brackets, just to confuse things. Shell scripts, like I showed before with curly bracket expansions, can do things with square brackets, but it means different things in shell scripts. Regular expressions, which to confuse things the shell can also understand, has the same characters but different meanings because they have different syntax. So instead of curly 1.9 curly for shell script, regular expressions usually have a square bracket, 1, a dash, and a 9, and a square bracket, just to confuse things. Regex. I'll get back to them in a minute if you like, but you now know it works. The point I was trying to make was you can stack them up by changing one operand, and it is, rename it, and now they're on top of each other. Pretty much changed one symbol, the type of append it is, and they've gone from horizontal to vertical. Happy days. Most games don't need that, but some websites do. Boom. We'll just quickly move on. You can also offset things when you crop it. Let's try this. Let's go back to our wizard, since he's sitting there doing not much. The wizard, Harry. And he's got a nice short name as well. When I was talking about cropping, I've already put the dimensions in there. But another thing you can do as well as the dimensions, the size of the area you're cropping, is offset it and move it, the crop area, around the image. This is using a feature of ImageMagick called the canvas, which is a bit like looking through a keyhole of the original image and moving that around. I'll be as quick as I can to fire this in. Thanks for your patience, guys. Screw it, I'll do it this way.
This is what you do it. Speed up the video
Yeah. Don't blame me. Let's use the region. I should have pasted them in. 100 by 200. Let's give it an offset of 10 pixels. by 20 pixels. And what we're using is, we're going to negate this to flip the colors in this image. Happy days, we now have a 100 by 200 squared that is now flipped, and as you can see it's offset by 10 across and 20 down, and that's how the origins work. That's how where the origin is and how the dimensions work in the offset in ImageMagick. We've got dimensions of the area and dimensions of the moving around, and there we go. You can also see if it goes off the area, it'll just sort of like go off the side of the image, but because canvas is set at the one place, you won't see it because the output will sort that out for you. Cool. Guys, that's pretty much all I've got. Is that it would be short and I'd try to make it so. But yeah, you guys want to see what happens when I make a GIF? Let's see an animated GIF. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it will work, but it's worth a try. Some of the syntax might work here. As I said, Magic might be able to work. Right. Okay, and oh, right, okay. Right, I did it a different way in my example. No worries. And let's see what happens here. Hey. Now, as you can probably see, I still haven't mastered this. Something's gone far wrong. You can see the images, but there's no white space as it changes the image. They overlap on top of each other. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to repage. Maybe I need to read the documentation. Maybe it's a formatting problem. But when I do crack it, I'll let you know. And we'll make all the memes.
You do like that.
Yeah, a few memes you want to make.
Oh yeah.
Happy days. What's it off? Is it rude?
No.
There's a good football. Let's go in home. Let's go in.
Somehow it's going to Croatia. Doesn't have quite the same ring as it's coming home. Does it? Somebody pointed out that Scotland making fun of England for losing doesn't stack up that well when you consider that Croatia has a population of 4 million and Scotland has a population of 5 million, and Croatia are in the final and Scotland hasn't qualified. And I'm now going to run very, very fast.
Cool. So the only other thing I was going to show you was something that sparked this all off for me. I got a map of a game. All the screens, as you can probably see, are of a regular size, and I wanted to chop it up. So I thought I had an image downloader as an extension for Chrome, and then found that it's pretty cool. I can get them all one at a time, and then after that sort of chop up the screens into, you know, the wee guy, the rock, the bridge, whatever.
See if I send you these pictures right now.
Yes.
Do you want to try doing it?
Alright. Huh.
Why is there now a button on Chrome to have a dog looking at the screen?
I don't.
Huh?
A dog, what?
Licking your screen, it's come up in my extensions. I know what
Exten-
it's an advert.
What extension?
I was going to download.
There's image download, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I
I
wanted.
think I showed it
That's-
to you, wasn't
That's what I wanted, but
it? Oh, okay.
If a successful pull request.
Yay, downloading 200 images. God help us. Where's... What are you sending it on? That's cool. That's right. So yeah, we'll try and GIF it after. So that's somebody's obviously made some little sprites and done that with them, but they overlap. Fair
and it
enough.
involves Flash. But okay, I'm not running this.
Oh yeah, a dog licking your screen that came up.
Did it come up on yours as well?
No.
Well, given that I don't know where it's from, and it mentions Flash, which Chrome discourages, I'm reluctant to
Yeah.
run it.
It's supposed to just be an extension and that's it. I think. It's roughly the same thing. Oh, cool. Okay, let's see if we can get it. Where's Slack? Shit, I need to open Slack. Cool. Okay, Trace. Okay. Let's see if GIFs work. Oh yeah, there was something about white space for a tip I was going to give you. No. Fuck. No. Right, no Slack.
It's just
I'm
on
gonna
general.
God, I think I need to sign in. Shit. Sorry.
You got the client installed, the Electron version.
Too many GIFs.
Yeah, I'll leave it at the 4.
Just send them 400 GIFs.
No. Don't encourage it.
Or have the app installed.
Yeah, but I thought it would be quicker in web. Screw it, at least I'm already signed in the bloody app. Hey, good shout. I'll wait for this to load. What other GIFs do I have? Because you can pick them apart in ImageMagick as well. It's great. Right, here we go. Here's picking apart a GIF. What somebody did for having a fight. Slice. And go back. Slice. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for ages with these pictures.
Let's
so
see
if
what
this works,
I'll download IM and you'll be able to get all the GIFs you like. It'll become an internet phenomenon.
There's a graphical client. What's the word used for it? There's a graphical client here on Windows anyway.
Yeah, there's a graphical client for ImageMagick.
Yeah.
Sort of defeats the purpose, but never mind. What's it like?
Oh, it's just let me resize it. Yeah,
you're on the wrong Slack.
the kitchen.
General?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? What? Oh my god. Yes. Right, wait. Fucking. Right. The hell? No, I'm not animating that. No, fuck off. Okay, I'll try. Wait a minute. Screw it, I'm curious now. Even though it's ridicule, I will still try.
It was that time we got you to do a pull request successfully.
Oh, that's why I'm so happy. Yay. Most basic activity. Yay.
I thought it was more like, yeah, cool.
No, that would be football level celebration of that.
Looks quite adversarial.
Why am I doing this? Right, let's see. Look like such a twat. Oh, God. Right. Let's. let,
Ha ha.
now,
That looks silly.
sharp computer. Just a machine. You don't even have a soul. Where?
I do.
Okay, this is going.
Can't find the fucking thing.
Now we're going through Ed's childhood.
Yeah, alright.
Ed's Fireman Sam outfit.
Yep.
Age 7.
Who's Batman? Can't fucking fit. Right, I'll need to. Date added. Hey. Right. Imag, I think. Imag. Let's try this. Now. God, I need to actually think now. Oh, okay. Right. I'm not. Whoops. I tried. I'm fairly spazzing out. I think. I
I think
don't.
you could slow it down.
No, I can't.
Because there's so few.
Yeah.
It's probably.
Could you put in blank?
Probably could, yeah.
What's in between slow it?
You should be able to set the
Wait.
time spent in each.
I could probably just like request the duplicate image. Wait a minute.
Well, you should be able to set the amount of time, like it pauses, as it were, on each
Up.
frame.
I probably can, but I haven't bothered learning it.
We'll just hit stacking before now.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That was terrible.
I thought my computer had become sentient then before. I didn't
Yeah.
do that.
Could do it in Finder. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Oh well, it's trying to do it. It's clearly doing something, but I don't think it's working. Okay, I'll try again. I'm just playing with GIFs now. Right, does it work with two? Oh shit. No, it doesn't work with 2 for some
Oh,
reason. Oh, here we go. Okay, fine. Now let's see if it works with another. Okay, right, getting better. So why didn't it work the first time? Come on, work. Look like I'm being punched. Punching myself. Right, I don't know. Right, 4. There's a lot of frames, and they're pretty high-powered JPEGs as well. So I might need to, I don't know, convert them down resolution a wee bit. Because luckily with Quick Look on this, at least it expands small images at least, so they look bigger. Okay.
There's a
Well, we're getting there. Bit of a kludge, but we're getting there, lads.
There's a delay parameter that you can use to set how long it stays at each one.
Did you Stack Overflow that?
No.
Good.
It's the ImageMagick forums.
It's great. Then you're more prepared than me. But there we are, class.
Dash delay.
Thank you. No need to thank me. Thank Google. My research assistant.
You're thinking about the bracket expansion?
Yeah.
Brace expansion. Apparently if you kind of put 001.100 it should left pad more. Apparently.
Is it what, like 01.10, something like that? Really, because I've tried that, and the only way I can get around that is, it still didn't work.
Oh, right, okay. It might not be in the version of Terminal that comes with Mac.
Yeah, there's a pain in the arse, isn't there? There's versions of Terminal, versions of Bash, versions of the individual commands. Like said, such a pain in the tits. But that's life.
I've got a couple of things
computers.
to try if you want.
Shall we? I'm up for it. Screw it. I'm your puppet. Let me get.
What's that thing about?
Is it a wee snail?
RF?
What?
Nothing?
What we need to do is wait until he's away from the computer,
No.
and then modify his shell profile to add an alias for our MRF that looks totally, ideally something like Magic.
That's
No, make it ImageMagick.
that is cruelty. That's absolute no.
I was going to say links.
Don't bind.
I've sent it to.
Don't bind the list command to the remove command.
Slack.
Oh, brilliant! I've got a notification here. Thanks, guys.
So one of those apparently,
Ooh.
is it, but you probably don't have sequence.
Sequence. I think I do. I was going to show you guys something, but it's gone. You know what? I was going to show you guys something with this, but anyway, it's for a later date. Right.
There's two different options for doing it.
I think I recognise this command, but I don't know if I have it. Let's try and man it. I have sequence. Print sequences of numbers. I could maybe even pipe it into sequence or something. Right, what was it again? What am I doing with it? Is it like the full command would be to pipe this into touch or something?
I don't know. I have no idea. But hey, what the heck? Try it.
Well, it'll output into the. Oh wow! It's flooded my screen. I should have lessed that. I should have done
Or
pipe and then less, and then I've got it into here where I can scroll as much as I want, and then quit out of it. It's already here because I put it in normally. So that's awesome. So
the
I've got
other
that.
way that I showed you, that's using like again a sprintf formatting string by looks of it. I don't know what G is rather than D.
Oh look, you've got a percentage.
That's what I mean.
Sprintf, is that what the terminology is from the Sea World? Sea World.
No, you
I mean-
sham.
Sequence F.
For format, I assume.
Cool.
Try changing a G to D just for.
Why not? Well, I don't know what D actually.
And you only need
It's
to
short.
go to like from 1 to 10 even,
Yeah.
because if you're doing that format.
I do 1 to 21.
Or that.
That
Okay,
image,
try with a G then, because apparently. Oh, okay. it didn't
I think
like
that ImageMagick script would need to be cleverer. I think what it needs to do is it should run Magic and appear to run Magic normally, but it should just delete every other file from its home directory.
I'm never leaving this unattended.
You keep
At
saying
any
that, you
point.
keep doing it.
Yes. And one day I'll learn my own advice.
Well, there you go. There's a couple different ways of doing it. Now
Awesome.
you just have to work out how to get that to work in that shell script.
Thanks so much,
Rapid
Ewan. It's
expansion.
brilliant. That would be awesome.
That was a Stack Overflow, to be honest. I just.
Great. I know I've been trolling Stack Overflow and getting the wrong
Okay, Google.
answers. What?
It's not okay, Google. Stack Overflow. How do you do the thing the head wants?
Get a shocker at new.
It's been listening all along.
I cannot read minds, especially people without what.
Stack Overflow. How do you do that thing that head needs? Oh. It's a privately held website, the flagship site of the Stack Exchange Network.
The number you have dialed has not been recognised.
Because you spoke too slowly.
Yes.
What?
I love OK Google. It's my favourite of the things. It's a shame you can't program it, but it's coming out soon. I love OK Google. It won't make me buy a home, Google Home, but it's still like Google Assistant.
Put your phone down a bit.
Oh, stop.
And
Come on, Stain.
there's a
Out, Stain. Out, damn spot.